Welcome to Matt Bajerski YouTube channel. Some of you have been asking me the question for the past couple of 3 weeks, why am I not making videos on truth? It's a great question actually, and I often ask myself why I don't continue speaking truth about what's going on in the world right now with all the madness that's going on, all the trickery and skullduggery, all the bad things. Sorry about the noise, nothing I can do. They're just basically, they're making an absolute mess out there, but there you go. We're gonna have to put up with it, guys, or I can't make videos because this is constant now. They're just ripping up the floor of Mother Earth, so to lay down more concrete. And that's an interesting subject that I made the other day. Come a bit closer. I made this, in fact I did something this morning about that. The laying down of concrete, which is the death of humanity. It raises the temperature as well, so they can use that as climate change, of course, yeah. You go into Mother Earth in the forest and you'll see the climate, the heat is a good constant heat. It's not as bad as what it is in the cities, because in the cities you're just filled with concrete. And yeah, I don't like cities. I went to London the other day. I don't like London. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't like it, and I can understand why. You know, my path, my journey is more about nature and being in a farm, out of the way, and on a night being able to look up, and you won't know what this means if you live in a city. But when you're in a city and you look up, you see nothing apart from the fake lighting system, which basically kills humanity, kills your eyes, kills your sleep pattern. But when you're in Mother Earth, that's where we should be. Not cities. They're not smart, guys. Trust me, they're not smart. You look up and you're one with the cosmos. You're one with Mother Earth. You're humbled by the energy of little old me, but actually big old me. It actually gives you this power and this amazing energy when you look up at the stars. That's why they don't like you to look up. They want you to look down, be miserable, feel heavy, feel sick. Everybody's killing each other. Everybody's, they're constantly feeding you with breaking news, which is killing your spirit. It's a spirit breaker. Breaking news is breaking your spirit. So when you're out in Mother Earth, the darkness doesn't like that. The darkness wants to confine you all into a playground, so the bully is watching you, the darkness is watching you, it's controlling you, it's forever squeezing you. When you're away from that, the darkness doesn't like that because it can't control you. It's like an abuser. That's what your governments are. They're abusers, all of them, every single one. Yeah, but what about him? No, he's not government. He's just a nice guy who can't actually do anything and won't be able to do anything because the darkness controls all that is government. Government equals darkness. That's all it is. It's darkness. It's a suppression. It's an abuser. That's what it does. So yeah, I don't really talk too much about this anymore because my channel over the past 3 years has slowly but surely come to a halt. So if you were to look at the statistics of 4 years ago and saw the growth of my channel, it was 1,000 subscribers a week minimum. Sometimes it was 2,000 a week, depending on how hot the video was, which people loved, or they thought, oh, it was okay, this video. Now, if I'm lucky, I get about 800 subscribers a month. It's gone down to about 5 now. But the clever thing is that YouTube, once you start speaking the truth, it activates some kind of bot to then reduce the number of subscribers. So for every 10 subscribers that subscribe in a day, there's 20 that gets taken off, and they use the excuse that they weren't real people. So you can see how it works. It's all about gambling. It's all about prostitution. It's all about child sex slave, pornographic, and just feeding this darkness. So yeah, if you feed it, if you pay advertising and you feed it all the time, then it doesn't mind so much. If you start speaking the truth and you give nothing back to it, it's going to use its bots and its algorithms to take away all viewership, but then it does other things, which is really, again, evil. It's all evil. It shadow bans you. So maybe a percentage of people might get to hear a bell, which everybody should hear, but they don't. And then they can watch the video. What it does, again, the bots and the algorithms stop that. So my channel has gone from flying through the roof and receiving, I'd show you, it's a silver button, which got me 100, which I, through a video myself for hard work for many years, I got this, oh, well done, Mark. And I'm like, yeah, thanks very much. And now it's like, we want to get rid of him. So there's no loyalty, of course there isn't. You're just a number, and you're a catch, basically. Just like everything else, just like the, I won't say who they are, but in the UK, there's a company that calls themselves NH. Well, everything that they do, everything that you subscribe to them, because they're a corporation, when you subscribe to them by giving them whatever they ask for, which might be something like that, all your information gets bungled into a net, and that net then is basically there to feed the darkness. So basically all your information is utilized for all the wrong reasons, all dark reasons, and it's awful. So you realize that the more you interact, the more you discuss these things, the more chance that your channel will be taken down, because they don't want truth, they just want evil. So if you imagine the earth being hell, that's what they're trying to create. Now, what would hell be? Well, to me, hell would be an abuser controlling the earth. So what would the abuser do? Well, the abuser would rape, the abuser would maim, injure, cause great havoc, starve, do all the bad things to those that they want to abuse. Oh, well, I guess we're in hell then, right? Because that's what's happening day by day. We, as people who see, who have hearts and souls, who have been brought here by our own higher consciousness to shine a light over darkness, we're like Lord of the Rings. At the very end, there's only a handful of good people left amongst all the evil, all the demons all around. And then at the final moment, the earth sucks them back down to the hell that they come from. And up to that point, it was a struggle. Up to that point when they were all there ready to face darkness. Darkness implodes, it combusts, it's defeated. And that analogy is something that I live by, and I know that we have to go through all the suffering and the pain to get to the point where, right at that last moment, darkness disappears, and then we come back to light again. But that doesn't mean darkness is gone. It just means darkness starts again. It doesn't mean that we've won. It just means that we are here to keep a constant yin-yang energy. So there's always going to be an abuser in this world. That's why from one abuser, you get rid of him and put him in a prison, there's 15 or 20 others to take his place. Drug dealers, exactly the same. Politicians, leaders, there's always another to take the place. So that's the way the world is. I used to speak very loudly about what was about to happen right at the beginning, and I warned and shared my truth with the people and said, you know, just think about it, box clever, you know, hold back, watch what happens. I'm not here to say that I've proven anything. I don't care. What's been done is done, and people come to me every day, hundreds, literally hundreds, saying, you know, my dad, my mum, my child, they're injured, and there's nothing I can do. I tried my best, and it comes to a point is there's only so much you can do. The rest is up to you, and that's been my message from day one. My message is that nobody can help you. There's only one person in this world who can help you, and that's yourself. So you make the decision, you make the choice, not through other people, but through your own actions, your own thoughts, feelings, your own spirit. And if you connect to your spirit, which is not the spacesuit, not the mouth that's talking, it's inside here that feels and knows everything and understands everything. Only you can do that. We can share information, we can share what we feel, but ultimately it's up to you to embrace that and move the next stage forward. And that's it. So I came to a point where I said, I think I've done everything that I can do. There's nothing more I can do. Helping people see and read between the lines is one thing, but confirming something to you that you already know, it's okay, I guess. It makes you feel a bit better, and the fact that you're not the only one who sees what you see, and I feel better because I'm not going crazy. I'm seeing all of these crazy things happening every day. I could speak to you every day for 24 hours a day about what's happening right now, about what they're doing, but ultimately, you know what they're doing. It's all a scam. Everything that they're doing. And finally, just to finalize, I don't want to go into too much detail. If you were to say that everything that your government and world leaders and organizations with 3 letters are saying, if you were to say, okay, I'm not now going to believe the exact opposite of what they're saying, right? If you were to do that now, if you were to say, okay, Mark mentioned that if I turn it around and say it's the opposite of what they're saying, I would say that you in the next year are going to be closer to the truth than if you believed what they say. So that's my truth. So everything that they say, turn it the other way around. Okay, so bugs are good for you, eat them. No, they're not good for you, and they contain parasites, and they will manifest inside your body as soon as they enter your saliva and you bring them back to life. I mean, I could just go on and on and on. What they're doing now, electric, they're basically just pushing the electric up to starve people from any money. So this is a money wealth grab. They're actually wanting you now through all technology to give them your information. So every time you use your card, every time you do something that the government tells you that you have to do, that you don't have to do, they grab your information and use it for their own means and gains. So everything that they're doing is about herding the cattle, which we're called chattel in the darkness's eyes. We're chattel. We're not cattle, we're chattel. It's a real word, that's what they call us. They herd us together in not so smart cities because they can control us like the bully controls you in the playground, okay? So if you're scattered everywhere, it's very difficult for the bully to control you. So they put their not so smart meters up, which you know what that does, and they put their not so smart big brother cameras everywhere, so they can ticket you every day. They can do everything, so they can strangle you and squeeze you, okay? Yeah, squeezing you all the time, squeezing you. What do you remind yourself of? Yeah. You ever seen them egg timers? Turn them, squeeze you. Yeah. It is what it is. There's nothing I can say anymore. You already know. I'm preaching to the converted. So what I do is I talk about positive things as much as I can these days, try to laugh as much as I can, because if I go down that cesspit again, they want me to go into this. This conversation is good because they want me to go into the cesspit. They want me to feel bad. They don't want me to speak the truth. And I guess there is people out there who speak the truth with happiness. It's difficult for me because I find it very difficult to speak truth when humanity is being culled constantly. To being happy about it, it's difficult. So what makes me happy? Crystals, oils, incense, hunting for crystals, hunting for new, just things that make us feel better. I love working on my body temple, and I share all of that with you, which makes me happy. I like telling bad jokes. I'm good at that. And I just like to find the happiness in my life, and I'm 54 now, so I'm way past the age of worrying about things anymore. And if I was to leave tomorrow, I think I could safely say I did a good job, and I was happy in what I did, made mistakes, but grew from them and learned from them. So all of these things are fabulous for me. Ultimately, my truth is no one has the power over me, and everything's just an illusion anyway. But the illusion certainly does hurt at times, and we have to be stronger than that. Found a place out of the government, the abuser's reach, so that's okay. But actually, my electric bill was €1,000. The old electric before I had it of the guy who lived there was 200. So you can see now, because my name was put onto the new electric system, so I went to the expensive electric now. So yeah, it's just a con. It's just a con. That's all it is. It's just a con. Everything is just a con. Everything is a way to squeeze you so you're not happy in life. So like I said, if an abuser runs the world, if darkness runs the system, then the system is going to abuse you in any way it can. And all you need to do is look around you to see that it's abusing us every day. It's looking for ways to abuse us every day. It's looking for ways to strangle us, to steal from us, to beat us, to make us feel bad, to all the time constantly spend billions on breaking news, which is breaking your heart, breaking your mind, breaking your back, breaking you, breaking your spirit. So all of this is abuse, constant. And if you can't see it, then there's nothing I can do anymore. I can't physically show you. I can only show and share my truth and my understanding of life at 54. So that's it. I've done it. I've spent years trying to share the truth of what's happening, but yet it still continues. And I realized that when I was in London, I had some money in my hand, and the guy said to me, "We don't take cash." And I said, "Don't be silly. Of course you take cash. You have to take cash. It says it on the money." He said, "Don't take cash, mate." I said, "You have to take cash because that's all I've got." He said, "No, you go somewhere else." I says, "Are you serious?" He said, "Yeah, we don't take cash." So you can see everything is about control. Once cash is gone, which that is going to be the end of everything, just imagine this. You've no cash because it's not valuable anymore. It has no value in any shops because the abuser is controlling you. The abuser's got your card because once you enter it in, it says whether you are allowed to eat or not. Why? Because you might have said something on YouTube or on your Facebook or Instagram or Twitter page that it didn't like. So it flags you so that when you go in for something to eat, it says, sorry, they're not going to allow you because your credit system is zero because you've been saying the wrong thing against the government. It's a totalitarian tiptoe, and it surely is, and it's getting closer and closer. So when I was at Sainsbury's looking for food, which there was none, it said organic, but when I got it home, it tasted of nothing, so it wasn't organic. They can say what they want on printed paper now and on jars. Rubbish, garbage. It's not at all. So you're wasting your money either way. But as I was walking past the thousands of chattel using the machines instead of using a human being who was on a till, that we are helping them into a job and stay safe in the job, they're using these quick methods following the okay, all right, we all do it, we've all done it. And I said, "Excuse me, everybody," and they all looked at me. Sunday morning. "Just so you know, you using these machines are going to get rid of all the staff, so one day there's nobody going to have a job here. So why don't you use the machines and use the staff over there instead of the machines? It's just a thought." They all looked at me with a glazed look as if I was crazy. And I realized there's just no point. There is no point. So for you guys who are asking me why I'm not doing truth videos, that's why. Because there literally is no point. Because what's happened now is part of the game of the bully was to poison people so that they wouldn't have the energy of connection of their physical and spiritual. It's gone. It's gone. It's no longer there. So there's mistakes being made. There's a 2 or 3 second moment of zero, nothing. There's glazed eyes, nothing there. They're not thinking of anything because they're not connected to the spirit. They're doing things because they're controlled now to do things, and that's all they do. They follow laws, they follow rules, and they don't think for themselves. So what's the point when you can't connect and you can't touch people's soul anymore because it's no longer connected because of poisons that have been entered into the body through coercion or not being able to go on holiday or fear? And that's my truth. There's nothing else I can say. And plus the fact losing this channel, I don't really want to lose the channel because this is where I enjoy chatting and I built up an amazing family. So this video is just to say, please don't hassle me about talking about truth anymore, because there's plenty of people out there who do it full time. There's thousands and thousands of people who do it. Lots of amazing truthers out there. But for me, my truth, my joy, because I never wanted to talk about any of that. I don't want to talk about truth. People should just know it anyway because it's there in your face. What's the point shouting about it? If you know it, you know it. If you don't, then there's nothing I can do. So my joy is talking about energy. I love energy. I love talking about energy. I love spending days, weeks, months talking about energy. How it affects us, what it does, how it heals, how it causes illness, how we can use it for the third eye, how we can use it for the throat, how we can heal ourselves in our heart and mind, how we can clear blood pressure and bring ourselves down to a great level, how we can work with energy and how we can use it in a positive way, how we can create it within water, within crystals, how we can put memory into these things, how a crystal has a great vibration but we can actually add to that vibration, how a crystal can heal us in so many ways, and when we should put the energy into the crystal and when we should allow the crystal to heal us. These are the things that I like talking about. I love talking about oils. What kind of oils from Mother Earth heals our body in certain ways? What oils and crystals combined together work best? What incense works to clear the energy from around the body? What incense works to clear negative energy in the house? These are the things that I get excited about. Why? Because I know they work. Because I've been doing this work for so many years, and the information, the knowledge that I have witnessed through my thousands of clients is stored inside me, and I can bring that out many times and help people on so many levels, and I do. And that's my truth. That's my understanding. That's where I'm comfortable and confident. That's why I can talk to anybody in that field of work. I love that field of work. If you want to talk to me about spirit trapped in between two worlds, I love that field of work. I can share so much information. I can help people who are stuck with this energy of things breaking in the house, or maybe there's something inside you that you feel isn't you anymore, which is sometimes a spirit trapped in between two worlds that attaches us to us. Sometimes it goes deeper and it's even more darker, and I can feel all of those things and I can work with them, and I've helped people heal themselves from it and myself through those attachments. That's my work. That's my journey. That's the only thing I really want to talk about, and at the same time make it simple, make it light, and stop putting all the darkness and fear into this field of work, because it isn't. It's only people who are trying to sell something when they're in this field of work, trying to scare you all into buying something or buying into their product or their wisdom or not so wisdom, when they're putting fear into it, or trying to steal your energy and your power. I'll leave you on a final note. While I was in London, I walked past a herbalist, Chinese herbalist, and I thought, I've never done this before. Let me just try it. When I lied down, he was starting to do a massage. I told him to stop. He was an abuser, and he was a manipulator, and he was somebody who enjoys inflicting pain. Is it S&M? Masochist, sadist, masochist. And I told him, but he couldn't speak English anyway, and he was an abuser. There's a lot of abusers in this field of work where they get a kick out of hurting you, or where they're telling you, oh, I'm getting rid of the pain and don't worry, this hurts, because yeah, I know exactly what you're doing, mate. You're loving to see and inflict pain on people. He kept saying sorry for the first few minutes, and I'm thinking, no, you're not sorry at all, you're loving it. And he was doing it even harder. And you don't do that kind of work on the calf muscle. It's a no-no. So I realized when I got out and the young girl said to me, "What's wrong?" And I said, "He's dangerous. What he's doing is very dangerous." And she says, "No, no, no, no. His father and his father before learned this technique." I said, "It isn't a technique. It's abuse, and you're abusive. This is wrong and it's dangerous." And I left. I spoke to my daughter about it, who is and has trained as a sports therapist, and she says, "Oh no, Dad, that's definitely not what they should have done." And I said, "I know, darling, I could feel it, I knew, and that's why I got up and went." It's interesting, but there is a lot of abusers in the field of work of well-being and health and spirituality. But discernment is the most important thing right now. So you're going to have to use your own intuition. You're going to have to think about things before you jump into them. And be aware at any given moment, you have the power. Nobody has the power over you. So whatever you do, stop it instantly and walk away if you know there's something wrong. Remember, no one has the power over you unless you let them. Okay, guys, I hope that clears that up. And I hope you don't ask me again to start making truth videos, okay? Because I'm done. I've done my bit. I've done my best. And now I want to help people grow and overcome and see and become stronger. And this is the only way to help you help yourself, is the answer to these next coming years. Box clever, be smart, eat healthy. Keep away from narcissistic people. Keep away from miserable people. Clear your surroundings. Heal your surroundings. Cleanse your surroundings. Let food be thy medicine. Let medicine be thy food. Everything that I share with you now is on a level of self-healing. That's it. Full stop. Have a great day. Thank you for going to markbajerski.com and buying your authentic crystals, oils and incense. I hope they make a difference in your life as they do me every day. Take care, guys. Next video is about Mount Shasta. What else? Oh, I might open the bumblebees. Hey!